All right, so another big reason to attend ICC is that you'll level up your knowledge about ignition and, of course, other leading technologies. So let's learn about the educational sessions that you're going to find here as well. So we have two keynotes at ICC this year, and the first is the main keynote. Our CEO, Colby Clegg, is going to be speaking this year, along with myself and other leaders from our company, to talk about the state of the industry, our place and role in it, and the impact that it has on you. You know, for years, the whole industry has kind of thought of things in a certain way about how to get data, how to share it, and what role software, devices, systems, and people all play in that. It's a way of thinking that frankly doesn't really work anymore. Today's business and technology, they move too fast for the old way of doing things to keep up, especially for large companies. So industrial automation has changed forever. A new paradigm has taken hold. These old categories are collapsing. Legacy architectures are fading. A new standard has emerged. In this keynote, we're going to unveil what this shift means and how it's already transforming operations across the globe for those who've made ignition the cornerstone of their digital strategy for the future. That's just a little teaser, but I've got to tell you, this is going to be a presentation you do not want to miss. I think it's going to be an historic moment in time where we are right now with all the technologies that are converging, and especially with where ignition is going. I'm super excited about the message this year, so please come and join us to learn about this new paradigm. We also have, of course, a technical keynote, and I'm going to turn over to Paul to discuss more about that.
Yeah, thanks, Travis. So speaking of sessions you don't want to miss, the tech keynote's always one of the highlights at the conference because it's sort of the main spot where we take a look at ignition and other adjacent technologies and sort of try to figure out what the future could look like. We're doing that again this year. The industrial technology landscape really demands kind of constant evolution. Architectural complexity grows, AI rapidly advances, enterprise management becomes more challenging. Companies just kind of need more software tools that really help them keep pace. So in this keynote, our CTO, Gould, and CEO, Colby Clegg, they're going to explore those challenges. Or we'll get to look at how new tools of Ignition 8.3 can be used to build distributed architectures, possibilities of AI and automation, what's ahead for Ignition, and a couple other things too, which I'm really excited for everyone to see. We plan to have a panel of Ignition experts kind of be there to help answer audience questions. So it's your chance to really, ask those burning questions you have about Ignition and get some responses from it. Moving on, we're also going to be bringing back the industry panel. This is another session at the conference that's had a long-standing tradition of being present there. We always invite leading end users from various industries to share their thoughts and insights on the industry. The last few years, we've had professionals from all different types of industries: software, cloud computing, oil and gas, major retail, consulting, laboratories, chemical manufacturing, food and beverage, and that's just scratching the surface there. The panelists, they come from various levels of the organization too, so you get a really good cross section of professionals. And the questions for these sessions, it's mostly from the audience members. There's a couple that we do provide ourselves to get the ball rolling, but because of the nature of these questions coming in from the audience, there's always a level of like improv and surprise that keeps things interesting. So this year's industry panel is called Leveling Up Insights Across the Enterprise, and we'll be covering topics such as integration at various levels of enterprise, fostering innovation, unlocking critical insights, and boosting productivity gains across the entire organization. So the panels have not yet been announced, but stay tuned, and we'll really reveal those shortly. Yeah, so we're at this new venue, and there's a lot more space, and because there's a lot more space, we have a lot more sessions. So I'm excited to announce that this is really the largest session lineup we've ever had. And of course, it's going to be including a full slate of sessions for both IA speakers as well as Ignition community speakers. So on the IA side of things, our support, training, and engineering teams will be present. They'll be sharing deep dive sessions on a slew of different topics. We'll be covering things like AI and Ignition, Helm charts, our journey towards ISO 9001 certification, modern ignition deployment methods, perspective containers, API integrations, our documentation library, and the history of the industry. I'm particularly excited to check out the modern ignition deployments. That actually is coming from our sales engineering team, and they're going to be sharing some insights from what they do in regards to deploying our demo projects we have. So there's a lot of like kind of real world sort of stuff that they're mixing in with sort of their lessons learned. So it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, there's gonna be a good mix of technical and professional sessions for everyone. And then, of course, on the community side of things, I'm really excited. I've been speaking with all these, or meeting with all these speakers and sort of planning out the content schedule. And we got a really good mix of folks. I'm excited for everyone to see what we have in store. So we have a bunch of different topics, from things like tag naming and data modeling, 21 CFR compliance, machine monitoring, 3D printing prosthetics. That's just to name a few. There's about 22 planned in total. So in the interest of time and running out of space on a slide, I won't list them all. But yeah, no, there's going to be a ton of stuff to check out. There's actually a lot on our website right now. We're still filling in the sort of backfilling the last couple of sessions as we get additional details from our speakers. But I'm excited for everyone to see them. As for who's speaking, we do have end users like Toyota, Tetra Pak, Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, and a couple others there. We also have representing our folks representing our top ignition integrators. So we have automation professionals, Vertec, Edge Controls, Sandalwood Engineering as well. We're also going to have our ecosystem tech providers, so Cephasoft, Opto22, and 4IR will be making returns. And of course, our strategic partner, CirrusLink, you know them, you love them. They'll be returning to the stage this year as well.
And I just want to say something real quick. If you're an end user, so the Toyota Factory of the Future and Regeneron, so I've had an opportunity, I've worked with both of them. If you're in life sciences or you're in automotive, you're in discrete manufacturing, you are going to want to hear those presentations, I promise you. Especially if you're in life sciences. Regeneron won a major award in Boston last year for their architecture. Their journey is nothing short of profound, nothing short of profound. And what Toyota did in Georgetown on their Factory of the Future, absolutely next level. So those are two presentations that, as an architect, I would want to see. I just happen to know what those presentations are all about. And one other thing I just want to say, because the audience here is for people who who haven't been to ICC before, right? That was what there's going to be a lot of people who have never come to ICC before and what to expect. Other than community, you mentioned CirrusLink. One of the most groundbreaking presentations that has ever happened in our industry happened at ICC. And it was when Arlen Nipper went up on stage and he introduced MQTT to the world, and he brought 500 PLCs online in 10 seconds and populated ignition tags with 500 PLCs using MQTT, something we take for granted today. That happened at ICC in a packed house, standing room only, and everybody's minds were blown. That's the type of stuff you see in these presentations. So if you haven't been before, that's the kind of stuff to expect.
No, for sure. It's really exciting. And Walker, I think you and I kind of, we share the privilege of kind of having a little bit of idea of what's, like you're talking about Toyota and Regeneron. And yeah, no, I've been kind of working with them to get an idea of what they're talking about too. And yeah, it's cool, but I wish I could tell you more right now. But no, you definitely got to go check it out. It's going to be great. Good time.